Hello everybody, my name is Tommy and we are doing a room tour today. Actually 3 rooms. My room, the Puppet Lab, and the Puppet Theater. And I'll be your tour guide. Enjoy the tour. Alright, and the Puppet Theater. This is where all the 5 Nights at Freddy's puppets live. Okay, and here's the room, everybody. All dedicated to 5 Nights at Freddy's. Really gave it the 5 Nights at Freddy's theme. And thank you so much for helping me get this play button. All of you are just awesome. We worked pretty hard to get that. So yeah, so here we have the Paper Pals and their Spring Trap. And that's from the, that's actually from Rockstar Foxy. He's holding the sign. Sorry, out of order. There is a secret message on there. Why don't we take a look at that? There, can you see that? I think that's pretty cool. So yeah, so I'm gonna actually turn all the lights on here. So I'll be right back. There they are, the lights are on. So Foxy the pirate. And what does Foxy like to say? Pineapple! Yep. So these are actually Christmas lights. I think they give it a really nice effect. So of course, we gotta have Bonnie. There's Freddy. He still wants my soul to this day. Yeah, life size, full size. So here we have Chica. I actually really like how Chica turned out here. In my opinion, I think this version of Chica looks more feminine than Scott's design. That's just my opinion. You might think differently. And this cupcake here is actually, this is actually brand new. So you just put your hands in the back there. And the cupcake actually is a puppet. So yeah, there's the main crew. I do have Golden Freddy. He's visiting my mom right now. So yeah, here, I'll show you Golden Freddy. And of course we have Golden Freddy. He is visiting my mom and dad at the farm right now because my mom really wanted to have one of my puppets. She really took a liking to Golden Freddy. That's where he is. He is of course life size, just like the rest of my 5 Nights at Freddy's puppets. Be sure to check out the videos. I played hide and seek with him and I did a New Year's special with Golden Freddy. Okay, so and we're back. We have the Marionette Puppet. This is an actual marionette. Biggest marionette I've ever built. And there is actually a music box in the back. A real music box. Let's just wind it here. I do not know the name of this song. If you know, please tell me in the comments below if you recognize this song. Alright, so let's just move on. So I do have the toy animatronics here. They are not set up in storage because, well, I'm pretty short in space right now. There's Bon Bon. Again, a usable hand puppet. The only hand puppet I ever made. I do want to just give all my fans a great big thank you for sending me all these wonderful, wonderful letters and drawings. Keep it coming. I will never run out of room for these things. And we have Plush Trap. Yes, he is a puppet. He was first introduced, yeah, look at that. He made his own escape room. It was pretty messed up. He had a knife. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that. He had a knife. There's Mangle. This is a full body puppet. Mangle is, yes, a puppet on the ceiling. Even the endoskeleton's a puppet too. Yes, this is a full body puppet right here. Look at that. Even got the legs. Yep, that's the stage. The lights turned off. Yep, even Pirate's Cove. I think this looks really nice, and these are curtains here, they close. Okay, and this is what the stage looks like with the curtains closed. You can just make out Foxy's feet. I want to show you what Pirate's Cove looks like with the lights turned off. Yep, the stars, they glow in the dark. I just love this black light. It's just one of my favorite things, really. Yep, and it says, "It's me," that out of order sign. And I do have a video on how to make Pirate's Cove curtain. So please see the link in the description below on how to learn how to make this curtain. Foxy's eyes glowed. Actually, the eye patch does raise up. He's got another eye underneath the eye patch. It's me. Paper Pals. Yep, Paper Pals glow in the dark. And even Springtrap. Then of course this lovely trio. Even the cupcake glows in the dark. There's the Marionette. Also has glowing eyes that you didn't see before. Toy animatronics glow. Mangle. Oh yeah. And even Plush Trap. Don't look into his eyes, he can sense fear. And Bon Bon. Oh yeah, and I also made Lulbit from the sister location. So I just wanted to point out here that I do have a tutorial on how to build all these puppets. Well, I have a video on how to build the bodies for these characters and the heads. They're all in separate videos, so I'm going to leave a link in the description below on how to build these. Okay everybody, so this is my room here. A lot has changed since 2015. So this is it. I'll turn the light on here. So right here we have Bendy and the Ink Machine puppets. So Bendy, Boris, and Alice. I'm pretty sure a lot of you already know that. They are marionettes on strings. And then up here, Flowey the Flower. Then there's a can of bacon soup that I kind of made up. Gengar. Yeah, gotta have one of those in your room. Then I got my Pokemon Mystery Dungeon characters right here. So that's Mawile, that's Lily, there's Grovyle, Charmander, and Piplup. I even made a badge. Got a nice fluffy feather there. And yes, they are all puppets. So over here we have Chocobo from Final Fantasy again. And yes, Chocobo is a puppet. And on top of Chocobo, Kirby. He's holding a star rod. And there's Kirby. He is a marionette. So I can actually make him dance and walk around. So that's kind of nice. Yeah, I grew up with that guy. Mimikyu from the 7th generation. Mew. And this is a broom I made called Gotta Sweep from Baldi's Basics. More on Baldi a little bit later. I got a Digimon, Gatomon, and yes, this is a life-size Charizard. He is the biggest character I have. More characters there. Yeah, and I even got Mama Tattletail. Her head spins. Give her a spin. Works pretty good. I even got baby Tattletail right at the bottom. Yeah, pretty creepy. But I really love this character because I'm just so happy with how well the head spins. Butterfree. One of my very favorite Pokemon. I just love Butterfree, and this is something my mom made me a long time ago. The only stuffed animal that I have. Stuffed animal. Not really an animal, but anyway. And this is a super sheep. And this is actually Bogey Bee from a very old game, Worms. And this is first prize and playtime. Playtime actually skips. First prize is actually a puppet on wheels. And I even have arts and crafters. He just kind of fell off there. Arts and crafters. Baldi's Basics. Want to see more Baldi's Basics? Just hold on. Undertale, Sans and Papyrus, both puppets. Okay, I'm just going to the closet. You've got a little bit more. That's my dresser. That's where I keep all my clothes. More Baldi's Basics. So this is Baldi, and actually, he's actually a costume. So that's the green shirt. I actually have two You Can Think pads. This is the good one. And that's just kind of the first one I made. Didn't turn out too good. Principal of the thing, but Bully, he is also a puppet. Yep, Bully, and he's right beside the principal because he probably got more attention as usual. And these are also puppets too. I don't have the body set up right now. I just have them taken apart just for storage, but I will be using them. Don't worry, especially Lefty. He ain't done yet. What this room looks like with the lights turned off. Let's take a look at that. Oh, and I gotta turn off the... I had to turn this off here. Alright, the lights are turned off, so let's charge everything up. You should be able to see the silhouettes of all the puppets. Oh, let's just take a look at Sans here. His eye and his left hand glow in the dark. Papyrus does not glow in the dark. Butterfree's eyes do glow in the dark. Dream Eater. There, and I'm going to show you Mama Tattletail.
Mama is coming for you.
Creepy. And even baby Tattletail has glowing eyes. They're green, but I'm probably going to change them to white. And Charizard. You can't forget about Charizard. Let's just charge him up here. And the tail flame even glows in the dark. I'm actually going to give him orange and red glow paint when I give him his makeover. There he is. You can just be able to make out his silhouette. Pretty cool. Yes, even my Digimon's eyes glow in the dark. So I have an obsession with glow paint. Kirby Star Rod glows in the dark. Actually, Kirby is completely fluorescent. So under a black light, he will glow. Chocobo's eyes glow. Okay, and Mimikyu also glows in the dark, so I'm going to charge him up. And Mew. Mew's eyes glow. Now her badge glows and his bandana also glows. Look at that. Isn't that the coolest bandana ever? And yes, Charmander's tail glows in the dark, of course. Like a little nightlight almost. Gengar especially glows in the dark. Oh yes, and Alice Angel. Her eyes and her halo glow in the dark. The stars just give it a really nice effect. You can just see the silhouettes of all the puppets. Makes it creepy. And last but not least, I want to show you my office. Oh, there's a paint stain there. Alright, that can be cleaned up. Alright, let's see what the office looks like. Nothing too fancy. This is where I edit all my videos. And that's where all the puppets are made. And this, oh yeah, it's just... thirsty. So yeah, this is the setup. I actually have all my art supplies in here. Kind of a mess. Art supplies and my burbs. See, the green one is Chico, and that blue one is Bella. So yeah, for those who are wondering what that noise is when I'm sitting at this desk, well, there's your answer. They're pretty noisy. And I've got some posters here. So yeah, and these are some charity projects I ran. I actually made a couple of videos on these projects. This is my old YouTube banner. And that's Fabrice the rat. This is my mascot. And actually, I will be making a puppet of this character. A rat puppet named Fabrice. He's actually a lab rat. Ha, get it? And yeah, and this is the old shirt that I used to wear. And here's the address. In case you're watching this video elsewhere, that's how you find my channel. And there's the picture frame that I have right there. I actually want to make him into a puppet too. And printer, yeah, so this room isn't too fancy, but this is where all the work gets done. And then of course I got my computer set up here. This is where I edit all my videos. Yeah, so my birds are chirping now. Okay, and this is my big open living room here. So, in case you were wondering what my living room looked like. Got my brooms here. So this is the reason why I'm showing you this place is because this is where Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy, and even Golden Freddy were built. My very first puppets were built in this room. So, I don't know if that means anything to you, but there you go. And that wraps up the tour. I hope you enjoyed that. And remember, I do have a video on how to make most of the puppets that you have seen. Please see the link in the description below, and I have made a complete playlist for every puppet that I've made, except for some which I didn't, and even some that are not here anymore, like Cuphead, Mugman, Patamon, and I've actually got even a few masks that I didn't even show you. So be sure to check them out. And I hope you enjoyed that tour. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all next time. More puppet fun to come.